wanna get a piece of that lobster. Man, I be whipping it so hard, gotta watch out for them coppers. But we just bringing Philly back. It's just me and Twizzy Mac. Swear to God, I'm on a roll. You gon' have to willy that. Hear about the kids, we just scare them out of gigs. It's about damn time that they verify the kids, man. I'm feeling stupid, homie. I might do the money dance. I flew to Vegas and I woke up at the Bunny Ranch. Baby, you too official. I'm trying to see it with you. You know they call me cute. Be Mama, we submit you. I'm like, pay what you owe me. I don't play with you phonies. I got enough friends. I don't bang with you, homie. You ain't talking about profit. My hand stuck in my wallet. It's all good. My slate clean. Don't worry about it. I got it. 'Cause I ride for my click. I get live with my click. Go get high with my click. Do or die for my click. Said it's all that I know. Yeah, it's all that I know. Yeah, it's all that I know. And you can't never tell me nothing. I ride for my click. I get live with my click. Go get high with my click. Do or die for my click. Said it's all that I know. Yeah, it's all that I know. Yeah, it's all that I know. And you can't never tell me nothing at all.
Running with teens up and out of your league, looking like leaf. Ryan trying but never achieve. Fuck it, I'm cutting down everything that you aspire to be. People be talking about all of your raps and they falling asleep. Capital Z, put on my track and I'm burning them down. Shout out to left that aspire to me. Bank account is like millions. Living life with some villains. Pulling up in that stolen car and scaring all the civilians. Rich bitches be pissed at us. Bad bitches be missing us. I'm out here with that motion twist. These other rappers just kids to us, so zip it up. I ain't talking about it unless I live that. Big bitches on thin ice. Yeah, homie, my shit crack. Bend over, then get slapped. About to teach a lesson every time I touch the beat. They say, oh God, like it's a blessing. Watch me take a girl, I'm just messing. Watch me take a job, I'm just messing. I got these old women screaming my name at the top of their lungs, that they might be besting. I got your attention and I ain't gon' drop it. The more that you listen, the more that I profit. So I'ma keep ripping and y'all can keep flopping. I'm raps over Griffins, so who gonna stop them? Swoop!
What's your occupation? Currently unemployed. That's alright. Most people are. Hey, riding like I'm supposed to. When everybody knows you, you a stranger. I'm on my worst behavior. Hey, that's okay. And mama said don't come home. Smelling like you come from Jamaica. So I'll be home way later. Don't you worry about me. No, grew up on that old school. Ay, now I mix that shit that get me paid up. We major. I do this shit on my own. I'll never take favors. No way. Lord help me if I ever do. She work my nerves and tease my crew. I like it though. Shorty be so likeable. Think we wanna say, check it out, on the beat like this, rolling up a street.
All right. Good evening, chat. Hope everyone's having a great day. Alright, we're gonna do some video edits tonight. I gotta put out a short hopefully tonight, if I can get a good one. I don't like putting out bad ones, but I'm gonna try to make a decent product here and talk my way through it tonight. So if you're interested in Davinci Resolve and how to edit videos or even thumbnails, I want to do a thumbnail at the end for my other channel and kind of walk through that process. Stay on by and post any questions you have in the comments. But first we're going to go into Davinci Resolve. I'm going to make a new project. Don't mind all my projects here. There's quite a few for both my channels, of course. If you haven't seen, I do have another channel in which I do fishing. Hence the JB Game and Fish. But we're just gonna name it. So, oh. Sorry about that. So I have hotkeys assigned to OBS, so anytime I type with this keyboard, it goes crazy. So that's something I need to work on. But so we named it short, just so I could do less typing on here and moving all around. But the very first thing before you do anything in Davinci Resolve is you're gonna need to go to File, Project Settings, so that you're in the right format for your videos. So I'm using full HD resolution. That's what I record in and stream in at 60 FPS. So it's important to go down here for the frame rate, and we're going to make that match what our video is or what we intend it to be, and then save it. And then when we add our clip in, it will be in the right format. Alright, now we gotta do clip selection. So I have 3 different clips I want to look at tonight. Actually 2. I want 2 different clips that I want to look at and see which one I'm gonna do. So let's pull that up first. Alright, so this was my 3rd win in a row this night. And this guy's on creative courses on me.
Jeez.
So I just dropped them.
3 wins in a row.
Okay, nice. And my
3 wins
my
in a row.
screen here is right in the way of my other face cam of the night, so
Alright, push.
here's
Take
the
a
other
zip
one.
line.
So
I
it's
just don't want to get that res.
duos with Ryan.
Taking
He
zip
just
line.
knocked someone,
He's carrying it.
so we're gonna push.
I'm providing pressure for right now.
And I decided to hit the tree and end up getting both of them here.
I got him.
Nice.
The tree. I killed his teammate.
I love tree kills,
Yeah, I
that's
got-
for sure.
You got the elim, right?
There's still guys in there that are alive, I believe. Like
Yeah,
in-
I'm
in
hitting this
Shifty.
loot though.
Okay. So let's look back here and decide which one we're gonna do. So both were in the same night, but
Jeez. 3 wins in a row. Wins in a row. Let's go.
maybe we can do this one with like a Daquan
Alright,
clip.
push. I'm taking
I
zipline.
love my
I
old
just don't want
Daquan
to get that
clips.
res. Taking zipline.
He's carrying it. Keep the room. I'm providing pressure for right now.
I got him. With the
Copy.
tree. I killed his
Copy.
teammate.
You got both?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got. You got the elim, right?
There's still guys in there that are alive, I
You know, we're gonna go with this one,
Yeah, I'm hitting this loot though.
and we're going to enjoy ourselves here a little bit with it. So I'm gonna do some recordings with Fortnite actually running in the background. So let me get this running. But while we wait, we can import this one. So you go to the edit tab and just drag your stuff into the clips here. Then from here, I like to generate optimized media. This will just make the track faster and snappier to work with, which is great for Fortnite, or for these videos in Davinci Resolve. It just makes it a little easier to handle. So it does take a few minutes to actually process it, but like right now I'm just talking, so I'm not doing any editing right now anyway. So we're gonna let that run a little bit while Fortnite loads. We're gonna see if we can get that replay. I don't know if we'll be able to get it, to be honest, but we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Might as well check the item shop quick. See what we got. Maisie's skin is in. Nice. I do like that skin. And we won't be getting it tonight. Got all the music ones back in the store. Got a lot of stuff in the item shop right now. If you haven't got your Rainbow Royale free items, they're still in the shop for a few days. So get them while you can. These are the ones from last year. It may have been 2 years ago, but last year or 2 years ago. So get those while you can. Patrick, my homie, is still in the item shop. Football season. First game of the season is going on right now in the NFL. Alright, let's see what the replay mode has. Come on, don't have us replay. Ah, dang it. So I declined it, but I don't know if we'll be able to actually watch it or not. It might not be viewable. Okay, what time was this recorded? Let's see if I can get the details. Oh man, so I made the clip at 12:02 at midnight, but that doesn't mean that that's when it actually occurred. So I might just have to sift through. So I did win. I won some games, and then I know I lost one. And it might have been this game. So it's either this game or this game. So let's see. But dang it, we're not gonna be able to watch it, are we? It's one of these two. Come on, this is not what we want. Alright, well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. Dang, that's unfortunate. So, we're not going to be able to do what I wanted to do. So, I wanted to do a different angle from their perspective with me killing them. I was going to do like a little animated voiceover for them using my voice mod application. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. So the voice mod application is free to use, and it's just different voices, which have some cool
effects. You have like background effects sometimes like this. The background effects can be kind of creepy or cool.
And then you have the like musical chords, which are kind of funny and unique. But it's a pretty cool application that's free to use for everyone. But yeah, I was gonna do some voiceovers on their perspective, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen anymore, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll make this work. We'll make it work. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so this is done generating the optimized media. Let me just drag it onto our timeline here. I'm just going to turn this music down a little bit because it's distracting me. There we go. Okay. So we got our clip here. Make sure our volume's up. Why can we not hear this? I could hear it when I played it on the screen, right? Yeah. It might just still be coming into the software here. Might be the sound mixer or volume mixer. So it's not even an option in here. Weird. So it must be trying to output on my speakers. Okay. Well, let's just try this again. See if we redrag it in, if that works. Maybe we'll load another project here and then try it. I don't know if I've ever had this problem before, but I also don't usually stream this with my headset on while editing videos. But this is kind of important to be able to hear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this clip. And we're gonna get rid of it out of here too, even though we did the generate optimized media. We're gonna add it back in and see if we can get the audio to come up. Nope. Interesting. Why is that, chat? You can see over here on the right that it's trying to output stuff. Okay, so it is strictly going to here. Okay, we gotta fix that. I would think it'd be playback, but like, where is the output media? I wouldn't think it's something in here, but we'll see. Where's this at, chat? Where's it at? We don't need color management. We need playback, maybe? These are hurting my eyes a little bit, actually. I might have to take these off. It's a new one for me, chat. No, not the project manager. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Might be something we have to look up quick, chat, so bear with me. I'll be right back.
You can see, but I know everything you do to me with you, girl. Anything is possible. We can be unstoppable. We can be unstoppable. Step in that barbershop and I'ma sip the wet, whether they card or not, they won't leave me alone. Hey, don't call my phone, I ain't peeping, no. It won't be too long before she turn me on and my lady wanna ride with me. She ain't really used to saying bye to me. No, she was getting used to getting high with me. Taking flight, she be that Lucy in the sky for me. And so riding like I'm supposed to. When everybody knows you a stranger. I'm on my worst behavior. Hey, that's okay. And mama said don't come home. Nah, smelling like you come from Jamaica. Damn, so I'll be home way later.
Alright, chat, we figured it out. Figured out the playback now. There we go. Now we got it. Put our music back on. Alright. So, now we got it. We'll turn this down a little bit.
Alright, push. I'm taking zipline. I just don't want him to get the res. Taking zipline.
She's carrying it. Keep the room. I'm providing pressure for right now.
I got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got.
Alright, yep. So don't be afraid to use the trees, guys.
Yeah, I'm hitting this loot though.
Don't be afraid to use the trees. Okay. So, how long do we want this video to be? It's gotta be less than 30 seconds for sure. Probably looking at 20.
zip line. Alright, push.
Alright, maybe we'll cut that. So this tool here, the razor blade looking thing, just cuts your video where you want it to be cut.
I got him with the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. You got the E. Yeah, I got.
Look at that smile. That's a smile of true excitement right there.
Tree.
Maybe we'll just do like a little zoom in effect on that later. But we got to realize that right now this is in long form. We got to put it in shorts form, which a short has to be at least square. It can't be like 4:3 or 16:9 aspect ratio like this. It's got to be either square or taller than it is wide. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. But we're just editing this video real quick. I'm kind of talking our way through here. Alright, then we'll add like subtitles as well, which I'll go over.
Alright, push. I'm taking zip line.
Alright, we'll do like a little subtitle at the beginning just to get like the purpose of the video here, or just something catchy. Here we go with the text again, sorry about that. Just something like this. Sorry, I need to figure out a way that I can type without me going nuts on this thing. So I like to use impact font with either bold or bold italic. This we're gonna go. I'm gonna see what the black text looks like. It's like a white outline. Oh gosh. Not that. Well, yeah, once again, this is gonna have to be in shorts content form. So let's do that now, actually. So over here, we're just gonna make a new timeline. We're gonna call it timeline 2, so I don't have to type. Caught myself there, didn't I? And then here, we're just gonna change our aspect ratio. And there we go with that. So now we have a shorts. We're gonna go back to our original timeline. I'm gonna hit Control A, Control C, copy everything from there and put it on this timeline. Right now there's not a lot going on in this, so it's not that big of a deal. But we did see that we lost our formatting for our subtitles, but that's fine. Now here, you can see it crops it to fit the screen, but we're gonna want to fill out the screen here. So what I like to go is 2.16 zoom, gets a full coverage north-south, and then since the third person's a little off center, I just go a little bit to the left and kind of throw my person in the center just to make it look symmetric a little more. So I go 150 to the left. Now that we have this, we can adjust our text to fit the screen. So we're gonna try black with a real light white outline in it. And then we'll do a shadow. Okay, we'll do 8. And this is how you do a drop shadow. So this is your x-axis with the drop shadow. I like to go 25 on both x and y. Y will be negative though because it's going down. And I keep these default settings. They're pretty good. But we want it centered, and then we want the position of it to change. Oh, that's not what we want. Change that to 1. Position, that's what we want. So easiest kills in Fortnite. It's gonna be the
Taking zipline. I still want him to get that res. Taking zipline.
He's carrying it. Keep the room.
okay.
I'm providing pressure for right now.
Maybe here's where we add something where we like zoom in or yeah. So we're gonna
tree. Got him. I got him with the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. Yeah, he's weak. I killed his teammate. Yeah, Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. Alright, push. I'm taking zipline. I just don't want him to get that res. Taking zipline.
He's carrying it. Keep the room. I'm providing pressure for right now.
Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got. push. I'm taking zipline. I just don't want him to get the res. Taking zipline.
He's carrying it. Keep the room. I'm providing pressure for right now.
Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it. Got him. Got him. Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both.
Yeah, I got it.
Dang, chat. I've been muted for a while. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days. Well, that kind of sucks. That hurts a little bit. But we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Y'all seen what I was doing here. And you heard the music. So the last thing I did there was just I split this so that I could increase the volume of the gameplay, because the song was increasing in volume, so I wanted to increase the volume of the gameplay so you could hear it as well, since the end of it was kind of the most important part of the video, with me just talking about how I knocked it to my teammate. So, and then now we're just saving it. I'm not going to change the name of it to keep from changing all the scenes on my OBS here. So we're gonna do this. Location, we can just gonna put it somewhere random. So for format, I typically do MP4, H.264 codec. The rest of the stuff should be what your settings are. So it's a 1080 by 1920 size pixel frame. So, and with a frame rate of 60. So that qualifies as a YouTube short, and it's less than a minute. So this is gonna upload as a YouTube short. So to get our subtitle here, which is really just a title, but to simplify it, I made it a subtitle. We gotta hit the export subtitle, and then we're gonna burn it into the video, so it's gonna become the part of the video's background. So we're just gonna add it to the render queue and render this real quick. So it shouldn't take that long. It's a 20-second video, but it's not in like 8K or 4K. So it's gonna be pretty quick here, and then we'll review it. So So we're waiting for this to go, and then we're gonna go into Gimp, which is the free photo editing software that I have used for a very long time and I'm very familiar with. Alright, this appears to be done. I'm gonna pause our music here. Open this up.
Alright, push. I'm taking zipline. I just don't want him to get that res. Taking zipline.
He's carrying it. Keep the room. I'm providing pressure for right now.
Got him. With the tree. I killed his teammate.
You got both?
Yeah, I got.
I like it. So we are gonna upload that in a little bit here. Y'all should see it tonight or tomorrow morning. If you are subscribed, it'll pop up in your subscription feed, or if you log in and it starts playing shorts, it's likely to hit your shorts feed. So please let me know what you think. If you like it or not, let me know in there. But without further ado, we're going to edit a we're going to edit a thumbnail now in a similar style as I do for Fortnite, but it's for my fishing channel, so we are going to update that. Alright, I just got to pick a background. So a background on this video is I'm talking about safety when fishing in rivers and whatnot. So safety is a very important thing with me, as it should be with all anglers. But we're just looking for a background now. So we got some my ice fishing backgrounds here. There's just a blue radial gradient. I love those types. Here's a gradient of a brook trout, brown trout. Here is a Fall River. It's really aesthetic. More ice fishing ones. Salmon eggs. This might be here in New York, I think it is. That's definitely in New York. That's the Salmon River. At the above the hatchery. Here we got a pretty good background. Might actually like a gold radial. I think I'll use like this one. So it has some people wading in the water, and I can just talk about safety with it. So this is Salmon River 3 is what I have it labeled as. Okay. I don't have it saved as a JPEG, so we're gonna make it a JPEG now. Alright. There we go. So here's going to be our background for the thumbnail. Next thing we're going to do is I want to take this life vest and I want to put it around like this guy here. Or maybe even this guy. Yeah, I'm going to put it around this guy. Even better. So to do that, these PNGs obviously weren't actual PNGs, so it wasn't very helpful for us. But to get this background out of the way, we're going to do our color select tool. we're going to click these squares here. And I'm going to delete those out and see what it looks like. Okay, so first, no, that doesn't work. If we delete the white out. Okay, my eyes are hurting. Okay. So, this is not wanting to cooperate. We're going to select by color here. We're going to try to invert our selection and then copy and paste it into here, set it to a new layer. Okay, so that gives us that. That's pretty good. And then what we can do after that is fill the rest in with white. There's a couple different ways we can do that. And I'm just going to delete this old back layer. Actually, we'll keep it there for now in case we got to reference it. But the first thing here is we can go to Tools, Selection Tools, Ellipse. Since this is primarily a circular object, what we can do quite simply is just fill this entire thing as a circle. And then we will we'll fill a good chunk of this just by doing this right here. Right, and then we get the bucket fill. And we don't do that. Need a new layer. Right, there we go. But now see, we got the inside here. We don't want the inside. So we're gonna go back to our selection tool. And we're gonna line up this circle. And then we're going to delete the white out of that. So this is what's behind our layer here, the donut. Then we add our base layer on top of it. It's not perfect. There's some things we can do to adjust it. Like up here, we can erase this edge here. Make sure we gotta select none. That is not what we want. There we go. Yeah, I realize we got a bunch of stuff in the background here, unfortunately. We're just gonna try to even this out a little bit without causing too much damage here. And then we do gotta fill in some of the gaps of this rope. What we'll do for that is like a free select tool here. It'll just help us cover all these gaps here. I'm just gonna cover as much as I can. So once again, we're going to fill this and it's going to go behind our base image. And it's going to complete this image to make it look more like our first one. Okay, so we got the select tool added. We're on our right layer. Then we just fill it. And it looks more like the original every time we do this. Go back to our lasso here. I messed that shape up, so we're gonna do it again. This is actually extended out here, I believe. All right, that part's done. Just a few more ropes here, gotta get filled out. We're just doing these in sections here as we go. All right, there we go. And one more section here. Well, actually, we're going to do it in 2 sections since they're pretty widespread. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it's smaller. Main thing is here, you just want to be behind the image that you're trying to do. That makes sense. That might need some adjustment. No, that's fine. Right, so yeah, if you look at this, like this doesn't look like much, but you add our layer on top of it and we're pretty good, pretty solid with it. So this is our new product. We're gonna we're gonna export this as a PNG, even though we wanted to download it as a PNG. But yeah, the internet gave us some other thoughts. Okay, now we're going to do a similar process to this one. Here we can merge it down and then delete this one. That just gives us one image. That's good to go. I realize this could probably use some work on it, but it's fine. All right, let's see if this one is a little better for our selection. I don't think it's going to be just because these colors are so neutral. Maybe not. Maybe not. We might be good. Okay, we're going to invert the selection, copy it. So that copies everything except for what we selected, which was the white. And then we're going to do another selection here on the gray. I'm going to invert it. This one's tricky just because the gradients of this guy are pretty crazy. So we are going to do a different method here actually. We're going to do the foreground select method. So with this method here, No, so I could do this method, but it'll actually be better not to. We're just gonna straight up erase around it, which I know sucks, but these colors are just too similar. So we're just gonna do it that way. So we're just making our eraser really big. Just to cover the big stuff first, and then we'll go into finer detail in a minute. Just make sure you don't get too close to the intended target here. Now we can shrink our eraser and go into better detail. For around this, since it's mostly square, I'm gonna actually use the fuzzy select tool, or pre-select tool. Then I'm gonna inverse the selection. This can give us a straight line. Since these are really straight lines, I can do this. Okay, that's pretty good there. And we're gonna do the same thing. We can do the same thing over here. You can see that my last one wasn't perfect, so this time we're going to play it a little safer and go on like the inside of our lines here. All right, now we just clean up a little bit. Not that much. All right, we're gonna look around our dude now. If I chop a little bit of him off, it's fine. Going on a pretty quickly organized thumbnail. So perfection is not off the table, but it's not my goal. So I do want to try to get all these corners best as I can without spending too much time on them. And I'm just constantly adjusting the size of this eraser here so that we're being efficient with our time as much as possible. The key here is to let go often, so that if you do mess up, you can undo it without having to go super far back in the process. So I'll typically, especially when I feel myself like drifting off the target, I'll let go so that we don't have to go too far back, like I said. That's part of its arm. I had to verify. So with these colors being so close to each other, this is the best option. Like I said, the foreground select works pretty good for like pictures of me, which is what I primarily use it for. But when you got an image like this where the background is almost the same or very similar to the color of the actual foreground, then yeah, it's gonna be hard to articulate between the two. There I went too far. I went into the actual sign, which I don't want. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this thumbnail tonight. My eyes are like bleeding. Been a long day today, chat. That and I went another day without eating lunch at work, so I was cranky from that, you know? I get cranky without my food, man. But it's all good. We're just gonna finish up as much as we can of this thumbnail and kind of walk through the process, and then yeah, call it a day. So you gotta get that gap between his hand. All right, there we go. Pretty good. And this edge right here is actually kind of neat because it's kind of like a light effect since it's only on one side, so I do like that. Now, though, what happens when we do this? There we go. I think that's what we want. But what we do have to do here is add our color to this. So I'm going to use our free select tool again. And before we do that, we're going to zoom in a little bit just so we get a little more granularity here. Because we got to fill our sign background in here. We're going to do this with a new layer underneath. We're just doing a simple thumbnail. Okay, add a new layer, throw it underneath, make sure we're selected on it, and not fill it with white. There we go. And that's just a layer underneath. Okay, that looks good. We'll merge that down. It's not really necessary, but... And then since this did not come as a PNG, we're going to save it as a PNG. And use this for our thumbnail. These ones are, this one in particular, should be a lot easier to fix the background. So color select, got our white there. I'm going to invert, copy, paste to new layer, delete the base. There we go. Simple. And we're going to export this to PNG again. Because Google does not like giving you PNGs sometimes. But this one came in it, but I don't know that we're going to use it. But all right, here's our background. We do need to fix this stuff here. Dang, I was not anticipating fixing it, although we could now. Okay, we're gonna try something a little different. We're gonna select by color. We're just gonna start clicking these, maybe. No, that ain't gonna work. All right, so we got a little bit of the stuff going there. Oh, that's why. Like, why can I not select this? Uh, how did that get white with it? All right, chat, we might have to do something a little different and time saving. We're just gonna make a close cut. It's not gonna be perfect. This has been a pain in my butt tonight. But we're just gonna get rid of this background as much as possible. You can see there's very little tiny pixels that are showing here, and I don't like it. But that's a lot better. Definitely harder to see the pixels now. I'm going to overwrite that. And then we're going to copy and paste it into our background here. I'm going to copy and paste this guy into our background as well. I'm going to make him a little bigger.
I'ma let you down point. Yeah, I never disappoint. Give me something I can spit on, watch me rip it like a joint. I'm about to take her out to dinner. Guarantee I temper. Little but we do it big like I was a Gimper. And these homies never crushing, guarantee they never busting. Dog, your flow be super weak, now go to sleep like Robitussin. I ain't trying to be that homie who could never make it happen. If you down, let's get it cracking. Make that paper, keep it stacking like I love the way to feel. Once you break it down for real, what's the deal? Flow is worth a meal. Trick, I'm out to kill. Keep it trill. That's the way I roll. That's the way I go. That's for show. That's the way I flow. Every day you know that I ride.
So it's hard to use thumbnails when I gotta use hotkeys. It's hard to make thumbnails when I'm using hotkeys for editing the thumbnails and for OBS, and they're the same keys for some of them. So apologize for that. But we got this now. I want to add this here, because can't have too much safety. I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of safety over here. And I caught myself there. We're gonna scale this without messing up the stream. There we go. And then we'll add a text here. So I'm gonna add this text. I have to add it, so it might mess up the stream here a little bit. As anticipated, I definitely messed up the stream. Don't believe we have anything for R. Yes. And we're gonna add a new layer around this, and another new layer around that. We've got to add our channel logo, of course. Too easy. Move that over here. I like putting a thin layer behind these. To put some shadow all the way around it. I'm going to grow it by 10 pixels. And then I'm going to fill it with black. I'm going to do the same thing here, but not as big. Output to selection. Select the layer you want. I'm going to select grow. And we're going to do 5. Then we're going to fill that with a black outline, and then we're going to do a color that's kind of sticks out with our background, so it could be an opposite color. There's a lot of fall colors here, so I'm thinking a cool color. So these are considered warm colors, and then I'm going to want a cool color. Not cool as in like it's awesome. Cool as in like temperature wise. We want a cooler color, but also something vibrant. We're going to grow this even more. Say 20. We're going to fill that there. I'm going to select none, do a Gaussian blur, and kind of just blur this out a little bit, just to pop it. We're going to blur the same thing as for this, just because I like that background behind the logo. Okay, I think this is okay. I'm going to add a layer for this so I can outline, because this black text is kind of hard to read. Alpha to selection, grow. This is going to be like 3 pixels because it's small as it is. And we're going to fill it with a white background. There we go. It's more readable now once I select none here. Definitely more readable. So this is our thumbnail. Unless we want to come back and add something later. So I just got to save the project. And then we're good to go. So with that, guys, if you stopped in, thank you. And if you're seeing this later, let me know what you do for your editing videos and what you do for your thumbnails. So these are just examples. There's many different ways to do this kind of stuff, but you just kind of got to get out there for yourself and see what you like. So thanks for stopping by, and hopefully I'll see you next time.
Really think that you can see, but I know everything you do to me. With you, girl, anything is possible. We can be unstoppable. We can be unstoppable.